Hey reseller friends, welcome to the latest edition of Seller's Corner, your go-to source for all things reselling. I'm Erynn, product specialist at Vendoo, and today I'm here to tell you everything you need to know about how to ship on Depop. But before I do, let me invite you to subscribe to our channel. We publish content all the time, and it's all related to Vendoo product tips, community updates, and information about how to scale and grow your resale business. Depop shipping gives sellers a ton of different options, but it's not as crazy complicated as you might think. It really comes down to two questions that you'll have to decide at the time of listing. The first is whether you will ship with Depop or ship on your own. And the second is whether you will offer free shipping or charge shipping. So let's explore what all of those scenarios look like. So your first decision as a Depop seller is whether you'll ship with Depop or ship on your own. Shipping with Depop means that you will use Depop's prepaid labels. Shipping on your own means that you will create your own shipping label, you will independently mail the parcel, and that you will provide Depop with the tracking. There are pros and cons associated with each. Shipping with Depop is by far so much easier. While it will require the estimate weight of your item at the time of listing, when the item sells, you get an email with the label and you print it and put it on the package and it's ready to go. Tracking will automatically update. That's a major pro. Alternatively, if you're shipping on your own, you will need to create your own label. A lot of sellers use a service like Shippo, Sendle, or my favorite, Pirate Ship. But what that requires is that you get a scale and a tape measure because you will require the exact weight and exact dimensions of your item to enter into whichever shipping service you use to get a label. On the back end, you'll have to also provide Depop with the tracking number. So it's significantly more steps to ship on your own, and keep in mind that time is money. When you ship with Depop, you will get a USPS label. Items that are under 1 pound are first class, and items that are over 1 pound send via priority mail. That's a pro, because those are great services, but it also might be a con because it's the only service that you can use when you ship with Depop labels. If you prefer a different service, FedEx, UPS, those aren't eligible for Depop labels. You'll have to create your own label and ship on your own. Another consideration is protection. Depop offers insurance and protection on each label. You will enjoy that when you use Depop labels. That's not to say that if you create your own label, there's no protection. Every label from every service provider comes with some sort of protection, but you'll want to see what's best, especially if you're selling higher end items. It might be such that Depop's protection doesn't actually provide insurance up to the value of a designer bag, whereby you could purchase that yourself if you purchased your own label. So just something to keep in mind. And cost is another factor. Depop enjoys a special rate with USPS, so using Depop labels, you will enjoy that rate as well. It's often a much better rate that you can get yourself on your own, especially for heavy items. However, that could go both ways. There are instances where shipping on your own could be even cheaper, especially when you're talking about very lightweight items. And it's kind of a risky game you play because you have to decide at the time of listing whether you will ship with Depop and use a Depop label, or you will ship on your own and create your own. Your second option for Depop shipping is who pays for the shipping. Are you going to offer free shipping and pay it yourself, or are you going to charge shipping and the buyer pays? How you answer this question should really determine which label that you're going to use, whether it's your own or shipping with Depop. If you are charging for shipping, just use Depop labels. It's so much easier, and time is money, and you're not paying the shipping cost, they are. It's so much more simple to just ship with the Depop label or rather than formatting your own, and there are so many other cons. However, if you are offering free shipping, you might consider shipping on your own, depending on which type of items that you sell. If you sell super heavy items all the time, coats, boots, etc., then you might want to use Depop labels because that's probably a better rate on heavy items than you can get on your own. However, shipping on your own means that you can explore. You can go to Pirate Ship and type in your package dimensions and look at the best option between UPS, USPS, and FedEx. If you are paying the shipping, you want to get yourself the best rate. As a general guide, heavier items, you will often get a better rate on Pirate Ship. Lighter items, the Depop labels are great. I have tried so many different strategies in my time on Depop. My current and most successful strategy is charging shipping and the buyer and shipping with Depop labels. So the buyer pays, the labels are easy, they're emailed to me, and it's just the best process. Depop does say you're much more likely to make sales if you offer free shipping, which makes sense, but to be honest with you, it did not cause a decrease in my sales when I started charging for shipping again. Let's talk about international sales. Depop is available in so many countries throughout the world, and you can ship globally to all participating countries, of course. However, you have to self-ship when you are shipping internationally. The most common question I get asked about Depop shipping is, what do you charge? You have to enter on the listing form a price for the international shipping, which is kind of crazy because it could be in a country that's very near to yours or totally on the other side of the world. How do you know which value to put in that box? My personal method, which I've definitely established by asking other sellers and seeing posts and group votes over the years, is to just choose an arbitrarily high number. Basically, all of my light items, I put $50 in that box, and any item that's heavier than a pound, I put $100. I sell global packages very often, several times a week. And what will always happen is someone will message me and ask if I can ship to a certain country. I'll ask for their address so I can calculate a rate. I will plug that rate right into pirateship.com and I'll get them an exact rate. I'll tell them this is the cost that it would cost to ship. If you're interested, I'll edit the listing for you. And if they indicate that they are, I'll put the actual rate, which is usually significantly less than that super high number I plugged in, so that they can complete a purchase. However, on a few instances, I have had people just purchase globally with that astronomically high number just put in there. And I've made a lot of money on the shipping. That's happened twice. So I kind of like the method of putting the arbitrary number. Your buyers will ask. So many people avoid global shipping because they don't want the headache. It can be a little bit more tricky. I highly recommend using Pirate Ship. When you go into Pirate Ship, it will help you with everything that you need to know, especially for the customs form. It will help you look up all of the numbers that you need to put on the label. It will give you a rate and it will generate it for you. It is several extra steps, but don't shut yourself off from selling to the entire world because global selling can be a tiny bit intimidated. Just use Pirate Ship, walk yourself through, and make sure you put a high enough value in that international shipping box that you never get upside down on a sale. Shipping with Depop is not half as complicated as I just made it sound. I'm really exploring each and every option for you so you can understand the pros and cons of each. But like everything, the best thing you can do is try out a few different methods. You'll find what works best for you and your items and your workflow. We have so much content on our YouTube about shipping and global shipping. We will link some of that below. And if you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time, reseller friends. Happy shipping!